Okay guys, I'm going to say goodbye to this palette, which is the Bperfect palette from Bperfect. What is it's a lady, Stacy Marie, makeup artist. For some reason I think my next door neighbor is smoking. I can smell it. It's so weird. Okay, so I have this palette. I've been using this palette for a minute. You know, I did a couple looks. I didn't do anything with the green in this palette or this off purple or Guilty or Moony or Sky. Shuffle either. So I'm gonna show you. Like, this is Shuffle. This is Guilty. This one, I don't know the name of this, but it's the nudish. This green, I think I use a little bit of it, and then this green, Mint, Sky. I didn't get into this one either, but I have played around with it, and I did this look today with it. Very soft nude. It's like a reddish purpley color. I use Rowdy and Basic and Naked, and then I use Hush. Hush is right here on the end, right there. I like this. I like this look. The only thing I feel like the color that doesn't work for me is this purple wasted. It does not. It's very subtle. I want it to be blinding purple, but it's not. You know, so a little let down with the purple. The rest of the palette, I feel like it did well, but it's a ton of kick up in the pan. Maybe it's because of how high the pigment is. The shimmers I feel is really, really pretty. I use the highlighters on the end as eyeshadows. On my face, the highlighters look really nice on me. I will be, of course, I will be using this palette in the future. I'm obsessed with Mitchell. He's on Instagram. Love his looks, and he used a lot of this palette in his looks, and I'm like so obsessed with him. I have to do like different looks that he have done with this palette. I really am happy that the browns look so pigmented on me. You know, I don't feel like I'm being washed out. It's just really, really nice how the bronze is. I would have liked it to be less red. I think that Basic has a little too much red in it. I wish it was like kind of a neutral brown. It wasn't, no, like I said before, less red. So I do want to do Shuffle, but I'm like, I feel like that's something nicer towards the winter time, especially Shuffle and Guilty. Including Envy and Mint, but I think they're really nice shades. It's just kick up. It's a lot of kick up in the pan. I feel like they blended very nicely together, and I didn't have to do one eye at a time to do this palette, but I did anyway because I was using something else, and that demanded to one eye at a time. Even in the video, I'm not even gonna get into that other company, but yeah, I like this palette. I really did. It's just the purple let me down, but the rest of the palette was really, really nice, and I really enjoyed the purples. Not the purple, but the bright pink, funky, foolish, and lit, and wifey. Keen was pretty, but it's not the brightest of yellows. It's not bright. I like a bright yellow, but I still liked it. Hustle was pretty. Queenie is pretty too, and Moony, I didn't play around in that, but like Recharge, so pretty, so pretty. And I like Mood. It feels like it's like a dark navy color, but it has a hint of black with it. It's really cool, and I really enjoy using it. Damn it, the sun is coming. So I think this palette is a go. I think it's fun for somebody that's like into brights, but it also brings you into browns. You don't have to do so much color if you don't want to, but I think it's really cool type of palette. It's really cool. Is it like one of my best colorful palettes? No. I think my well, Juvia's Place is like my heart, and so is Viseart. Even though Viseart eyeshadows can be, the editorial aid is chalky, and it has kick up in that as well, but their pigmentation is so amazing in that palette, and I get such a great payoff. Even better if you put it on like a stickier base, which I learned with this other company. Yeah, I really enjoyed this look and this palette, and you know, of course, I mean, most of the things I have you will see again, you know. I try to make things work. If I can't, something doesn't work for me at a point, I try to figure it out, and maybe something else I need to do to make it work for me. But I try to make the things work. You know, even that other palette, I made it work for me, and it turned out to be really, I liked it in the end because of the steps I took to make it work for me. Sometimes you got to make it work for you. Sometimes some of these companies do not have palettes that's going to just work out of the box. It just doesn't. Even though that you should be, you should be able to put your brush in it and make it work for yourself, but sometimes it just needs a little bit more finesse. I did kind of declutter my palettes because I was getting this one and the other two, and I wanted to take some out that I'm not really a fan of. And if you want to know like the palettes that I took out, because I'm giving those away to some friends and my cousins. One of my cousins is a makeup artist, and I wanted to give her something because I think she told me that her kit got destroyed, like her whole little kit got destroyed, and she's struggling getting things back into it, and I understand that completely. So I wanted to give her something so that she can help build up her kit, and some stuff that my friend so she can practice her makeup skills. So but I will show you before I give them their stuff that, you know, once it doesn't work for me, you know, what I'm looking for in the palette. So I'm gonna say goodbye to this palette, and you will see it more in the future. So bye till next time, and thank you for watching.